have become a staple here in southern New England. They hail from the great north. They defend it, and as well as the chaotic wrestling tag team championship titles. For those of you who live under a rock, you might not know, but these young men have claimed that gold as their own. And for us to host their competition here at the Chop Shop at the Night of Appreciation, it is something else. Folks, if this is your first time viewing the Maine State Posse, keep your eyes peeled. One of the more vicious yet calculative units I've seen. My broadcast colleague has been bullied around by the MSP. Not the first impression you'd like to make on these young chaps. Thankfully, I haven't had to cross paths with them too many times. I've had the pleasure of calling many of their matches, and I sincerely hope that we see more of them here at the RWA as well as the XWA and many other Rhode Island-based promotions.
And introducing their tag team partner.
There are a lot of people that are quick to say that this year is going to be their year. Well, with Kellan Thomas, that is true, my friends. For many a year, he had always considered himself to be a mediocre talent, and having projected that type of energy, a lot of other people unfortunately bought into that shitty line of thinking. But now here he is, doing his thing, representing the craft, really coming into his own.
And here we go, the Maine State Posse really not waiting around as Danger Kid, Aggro, and Alexander Lee dump very quickly their opponents in Jason Devine, Ricky Medeiros, and Kellan Thomas. I tell you what a great team to put up against the Maine State Posse.
You know, Kellan Thomas is the ultimate wild card. Devine and Medeiros have been working as tag team strategists for many years, but over the past few months, they've really come into their own as a unit. It's overall a great team, but the Maine State Posse are nothing to reckon with.
Well, they thought they were going to get dive on, but, well, double axe handles from the apron instead.
Devine and Medeiros, both known to be high flyers from time to time.
Kellan Thomas, a mat technician, an incredible wrestler. I love watching every time he is in the ring. And I tell you what, the three of them being caught off guard like this is very surprising.
Look at this now. All members of the MSP on the apron, and they're going to get suplexed in. Yes, sir.
They are. 3 vertical suplexes, takes down the referee as well, and the Maine State Posse in a lot of trouble.
That's one way to get your back broken in. Finally now, it looks as if these team members are going to choose some captains, some starting quarterbacks, if you will. Aiden Aggro scooped up and slammed down, hook of the leg by the hype champion.
Tag in from Kellan Thomas to Jason Devine, multi-time tag team champion, multi-time singles champion, whether it be the television title, the RWA Triple Crown Championship, and other titles in between. Devine, I believe, got tagged in by Ricky Medeiros, and Medeiros in double underhook, and there comes Ricky Medeiros. Oh, big senton, nicely done. Cover here, 1, 2, and a kick out just a 2, and now here comes the Maine State Posse to break everything up.
Alexander Lee and Danger Kid mean nothing but business, beating the absolute bag out of the other team, capitalizing hard, preventing a potential tag for Ricky Medeiros.
Medeiros Trying to Irish whip and gets aggro into the corner. Nobody home, and now Medeiros is in a bad spot. He's in the deep north of the ring. And Medeiros, who's been trying to get away from his more gimmicky side and being taken more seriously here, is in a bad way.
Aggro off the apron.
Oh, what a kick to the side of the head. Ricky Medeiros could be out. Wait a minute. What the hell's going on?
Jeez, this night has just been full of surprises. Who's this broad?
I don't know. I don't hate it. I just don't know. Cover and a kick out at 2.
Wait a minute. Last we saw her was at Legacy 10. She was a part of the King's Gauntlet. I believe she calls herself Diana on Fire.
I was a fan then. I paid to get in, and I was in the penalty box.
Fair enough.
Not for no other reason. Oh, big double senton. Nicely done there by the Maine State Posse. Sorry, we're being distracted here. Cover 1, 2. I shouldn't be distracted anymore. I'm married and all.
Jeremy Bell counting the 2 count. Medeiros has taken on all of the punishment so far in this matchup. Divine and Kellan not back here.
Spinning wheel kick, nicely done.
And this is the break that both of these men needed.
But what is she doing at ringside?
I never try to figure out what's going on in a woman's mind.
That's probably smart.
You know, like you got to pick your battles. Alexander leaving a pair of clothesline sends Medeiros' partners.
Cover here. Danger gets got a cover. Nobody's paying attention. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Ricky Medeiros sprung up.
I mean, Jeremy Bell really can only keep his eyes in so many places at once. And this is where the MSP is the most effective. It's where they shine the brightest. They know how to take the match and truly capitalize on it.
And now Jeremy Bell is being distracted. Jason Devine's going nuts as Ricky Medeiros is being bludgeoned over in the deep north of the ring.
The MSP have just completely dominated since the opening bell, and that's what's going on right now. They're not allowing the other team a chance to breathe. They're dictating the pace, and they're bending the rules as they see fit.
Medeiros is just being completely taken to the woodshed here. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out just did 2. And I've actually truthfully lost track of who the legal man is. I'm not even sure this is the legal man.
I believe there was a blind tag made, either that or they might have pulled a fast one on not only our referee but us as well.
Alexander Lee now in the ring against Ricky Medeiros, bending him in half. Ricky Medeiros is very pliable, which he uses to his advantage usually, as a senton cover 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And Medeiros is in a bad way. Big forearm there by Lee. Medeiros off the rope, ducks the line, springboard, goes to that back elbow, doesn't catch it, went for, I thought it was back elbow, looked for it to be a neck breaker. And he is so dazed he couldn't hit it.
He was going for, I think, maybe even a pop-up cutter, as we've seen him hit that before in the past. Nonetheless, effective driving lead of the mat, rolling to his partners, as is Medeiros. Look at the size up, what kind of distance he has.
Tag into the Maine State Posse. Jason Devine comes in. It was a double tag.
And a double pair of boots.
Aggro up. Jason Devine has him up and sends him back down to the mat. Danger Kid now being caught. Looks for that kick. Nobody home. Devine now. Big gut wrench. Thought he was going to go for that suplex. Ducks the clothesline. Catches. And another suplex right onto Aggro.
And now you're looking at the biggest, best
what a headbutt.
Improvisational wrestler we have on our roster in Jason Devine. And look at how the MSP are just tearing them apart.
This is very, as a cover 1, 2, very irregular for us to see here, to see wrestlers like Ricky Medeiros, Jason Devine, and even Kellan Thomas, who has not been in this match very much, to really be manhandled like this.
And believe that is by design. That is per the stratagem of the MSP. Very wise maneuver.
Aggro looking for a kick and sizes up, finds the mark, a spinal tap. Jason Devine's in a bad way.
Devine works his way back up to a vertical base.
Devine being dumped, hung up on the middle rope.
Middle rope guillotine there.
And the Maine State Posse just absolutely demolishing Jason Devine. Kellan Thomas taken to the outside.
And they've had about just enough of this. Thomas has had it. He is sick of being assaulted while he's being on the apron, and I cannot say that I blame him. The Maine State Posse have run roughshod all over this entire match, as well as the chop shop.
They have really sized up their opponents, and it's a strategy that has worked. And this, again, allowing the referee to get distracted. Jason Devine trying to get to his corner, but because of the distraction, he's all by himself out there. Devine goes for a right hand, hits the mark, but trying to get up to a vertical base. He only had a knee. Meanwhile, and I hate to keep pointing it out because we have other stuff to do, but we have this young lady here next to us who is just staring at the ring, and I want to say scouting.
If I were to pay attention to details, she's on our side of the ring. She's on the side of Devine and Kellan Thomas, who is back into this matchup.
About time, and an Enziguri hits the mark.
Big ripcord hits that inverted Pele.
Here comes Aggro. Meets Kellan Thomas, and Thomas is fired up. Hits that Pele again. Gets Aggro up and takes him right down to the mat. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a breakup this time. As Kellan Thomas, who had been itching to get into this fight, finally in and is being assaulted by the Maine State Posse like they have been doing with his tag team partners.
Things have come completely unglued here. The Chop Shop 2.0.
On the outside of the ring, Devine and Medeiros trying to go after Aggro and Danger Kid. The Maine State Posse in a bad way. Inside the ring, Kellan Thomas hits
the Stillmatic on Alexander Lee.
Jason Devine is up at the top rope.
So's Ricky Medeiros. They're going to go coast to coast. Devine was feeling froggy.
And wait a minute, there goes Ricky Medeiros on the outside, hits the barricade there as the Danger Kid wiped him out. Danger Kid in the ring. Double underhook to Jason Devine, and here comes the Maine State Posse. And this could be doom for Jason Devine, who was just spiked.
That is a surefire way to split a man's spine in two. High knee lift to Kellan Thomas, was just hung up on the middle rope.
Kellan Thomas was just being watched by Dan on Fire on the outside.
Kicks again, he followed up by a pair of knees, and Danger Kid goes up for that signature senton, and that's gotta do it, man.
1, 2, and that's it. And the Maine State Posse, quite honestly, taking the design of other tag matches we've seen here tonight, divide and conquer, power over skill here tonight, and have completely demolished Devine, Medeiros, and Kellan Thomas.
It was strategy. It was absolute strategy from the very moment that this match started. They dictated the pace. They domineered over their opponents. They completely exploited the fact that Jeremy Bell only has a pair of eyes. And I mean, it has just been an absolute dissection of Kellan Thomas and the tag team specialists of Devine and Medeiros.
And, you know, again, we're supposed to be paying attention to the wrestlers here, but the sideline story here is this young lady out here, Deanna on Fire, who is now grinning at all the other wrestlers on the outside, but standing right next to Kellan Thomas.
Rob, I really...
Wait a minute. She just gave Kellan Thomas a business card.
I'm not so sure what that's all about. Well, the Maine State Posse could not be too threatened by it, nor do I say I blame them. They've had a very solid victory here tonight. I hope they sincerely remain focused because they've got a bright future in all of professional wrestling, not just here at the RWA. Kellan Thomas.
I mean, why not?
You know, nonetheless, folks, the hits will continue as Night of Appreciation